That's a big order. It's on 94 items. It's for $54.83 for 24.7 miles. Bet, people are asking, why did you take that order? So, here's the reason why. Morning Spark here, I only usually get one. Sometimes on verification, two. Actually, that big order that's that brand new repeat customer really helped. And the last order that I did, so I had a big order in the beginning, big order in the end, and little wimpy things in the middle.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It is Wednesday. It's freaking cold. It's below 30. Man, this cold weather really does get to me. I know. My friends up north said, "Oh man, this is like a summer day for us." But I've already got my order, and that's a big order. It's on 94 items. It's for $54.83 for 24.7 miles. And I took it and I looked at the address and I said, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. So I looked at, I was still in my house, I looked it up on Google. I think this is going to be a repeat customer of mine. Because the Google Street picture that I saw, man, that looks like, it's a sheriff's deputy's family. And I think the last time when I first time I delivered, she told me to go ahead and back up onto the grass, back up to the front door to help make unloading easier. So, yeah, I looked at the orders. A lot of 18-pack drinks. A lot of the quantities, it's 54 individual different items, but it's 94. But a lot of those are duplicate. Like 4 packs of this, 4 packs of chicken, 5 packs of breakfast bowls. Stuff like that. Typical family. A couple pea water things. In the half-gallon jugs. So I've shopped for them before, and before it was just as much. So it's going to take an hour and 20 minutes overall. Probably take an hour shopping and take me 20 minutes to get there. So yeah, but when I get there, I'll know for sure. So anyhow, once again, I did get an offer before this from Home Depot. Let me see if I can bring it up. This is going to give you some kicks and grins here. Yeah. Home Depot. 3 stops, which is 2 drop-offs. For the great price of $10.79, I got to travel 18.1 miles and do 2 drop-offs. So, yeah. I don't know who's taking these Home Depot. I thought they had roadie. Or it could be these are the items that they can't afford. They're not making money delivering, so they're trying to get us to deliver. But yeah, Spark. I've yet to see a Home Depot offer. It's strange, that's another thing. I've been doing Spark since October. It's now recently this past month or past 4 weeks, I started seeing Home Depot offers. Before then, I never sniffed it. I thought there was something new. Come to find out that this is a normal thing. So why am I seeing them now? So anyway, about to pull into the Walmart parking lot, and when I said because the time change is still dark, but since I'm going to be in the store at least an hour shopping, everything will be nice and bright when I get out. So let's go to Walmart and do some shopping, and then we'll do some delivery. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that shopping. I have a new repeat customer. It is the one I told you when I first this morning that I looked it up, and sure enough, it was. In fact, shopping was a lot, especially drinks. To give you some idea, I had 2 18 packs of Coke, 1 24 pack of Dr. Pepper, 2 12 packs of Mountain Thunder, 2 packs of Sam's Club Cola, 2 packs of Diet Mountain Thunder, big case of Monster drinks, big case of Death drink, whatever they come. So lots of drinks. They covered the entire bottom of the cart. But it took me a little over an hour because there were some substitutions that needed to be done, and it took forever. She wanted some art supplies and it didn't have it, so she finally accepted a couple of things I had suggested. And there were a couple other things that she just flat out rejected, which is fine. Mainly grass-fed beef. They didn't have they had the 85%, but they didn't have the 93%. And they had the beef that she needed, but they only sold it in a 3-pack. And I couldn't substitute 4 packs of that for that 1 3-pack. That's the other thing. She also wanted LaChoy bean sprouts. I only found 1 can. Tried to substitute the other, but didn't come to find I found 2 hidden ones. The app doesn't really work very well to help on substitutions, especially on if you found missing stuff. So, I don't know what's going on here. But my cart worked great. It helps that they have a concrete driveway and a walkway. Now, as I was unloading it, a voice came through the doorbell. So you can park closer. This is what she told me the last time. I can park right up on the grass. Well, I got the car. Tell you what, the cart, unloading the car was a breeze. I just loaded all the drinks, just one at a time, loaded it up, rolled it out, unloaded it, and then the bins with the food, I just picked up the whole bin and put it on the cart and walked around and unloaded it. I'll be honest, this is the easiest 94 item order that I've delivered. Now, of course, if there was no concrete, that would have been a different story. And I think they realize, and that's why they tell people to come up, the park as close to the front door as they can. And the gentleman came out. I asked him, "Are you the sheriff's deputy?" He said, "Yeah." So he's also a former Marine. He'd been sheriff's deputy for 6 years, and starting tomorrow, he goes into investigations. So he gets a new car and everything. So he's becoming a detective. I said, "Good for you." I asked him, just kind of being a detective, being pretty busy. He said, "Yeah." He said, Talladega County is pretty wild. So, well, it's good that he's coming up, I also asked him, what did he do in the Marine? He said, "Well, I was in infantry, but they don't have my MOS anymore." He helped. He was in bomb disposal, but he was helped build bombs or put bombs together or something like that. That's what he mentioned. But see, that particular MOS he said it doesn't exist anymore. But he was in Marine infantry. He was an infantryman. Or rifleman, how they said. So anyhow, but people are asking, why did you take that order? So here's the reason why. Morning Spark here, I only usually get 1. Sometimes on verification 2. I'm excited if I get 3. That's happened like 3 times. Happened twice, non-winter emergency time, where at one time I shopped all day even though I was going to go to Anderson, I stayed in Pell City and shopped all day. That was right before the winter storm. The reason I picked it, and I saw the one, I got a cart now, and it makes the things a lot easier. Of course, if, like I said, if it was on grass, it would have been SOL. But the thing is, I only get one shot, and like I mentioned before, I try to get the biggest bang for the buck. So this was almost $55 for under 24 miles. So that's double the dollars over the miles. And and it's a good thing that I've been here before, so I knew exactly what to do. And like I said, I'm sparking all day. That $50, heck, that's half on a normal Wednesday. That one order was half my day on any other day. So yeah, I took it. So anyway, so heading back. I doubt I'm going to get another order. So, but I got the app up and running just in case. You never know. Things have surprised me. So let's head back to Walmart, drive by, and if we know anything, head home, and we'll wait till 9 o'clock and then get something to eat, and then we're going to head to Anniston today. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Oh, welcome back. It's time to head over to Anniston. Kind of getting somewhat of a late start. Had to do some things at home before I can go. Yeah, just as I was coming back, I saw a couple shoppings pop up, and one was really good. But as soon as it popped up, it went away. And I said, "Geez." So anyhow, we're going to continue our adventures over in Anniston. It's now 11 o'clock. I'll end around 4. I'm hoping maybe to get 3 more trips. Let's see, I don't know. It's cold, but I took my jacket off because hopefully it says it's going to be a high of 54, something like that. So when I'm working and all that, I'll be briefly, out in the weather, just walking to the store or making the delivery. So, so let's head over to Anniston and see what happens. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I finally made it to Anniston. Had a couple things pop up I tried to get and couldn't get it, but now I got a very small shopping, $12.12 for 6.6 miles. So, let's see how many. Bixby. Take screenshot. It's supposed to.
Phone to send the screenshot.
Let's see here. 45 minutes. 24 items. Yeah, shouldn't take long. So, all right, I'm here. Let's do the small shopping and then deliver to the customer. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that little shopping. It was pretty easy. Nothing big, nothing small. Mostly frozen and perishables, and that was really about it. Delivered to a small little house, quick and easy. So let's head back to Walmart and see if we can pick up another order. So see you in a little bit. Well, I waited about 15 minutes and picked up a small pickup. 2 drop-offs, $12 for 5 miles. Let's see in the items. One has 15, one has 6. So, all right, let's go do this. See you in a little bit. Well, look at there. We see a kitty cat. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hi. Are you watching? Are you guarding? Hi. You're a pretty kitty. Yes, you are. Hi. What's your name? Oh, that's a perfect spot for a kitty. Perfect spot for a kitty. Well, I just finished those drop-offs. First drop-off, very small world. Neighbor of my parents. Uh-oh, Dougie. Oh, carrying a toy. Carrying that Frisbee. Take that Frisbee back. Just a couple houses down from my parents. And then their house is for sale too. And then second drop off, got to talk to a kitty cat. She was perched in the window, had a perfect cat tree height to watch anything that comes up. She was looking at me. So anyway, things are a little slow. Hot down in Oxford, yellow up in Jacksonville, but nothing happening at Addison. But we'll see. So I'm gonna make my way back to Addison. Let's see what happens. So see you in a little bit. Well, after waiting for about 45 minutes, kept getting offers. Some they're looking, but they were quick. But finally got a shopping. $43.94 for 17.8 miles. Just over an hour. Total items 44, 36 different ones. So yeah, those take me to a hatching. Regular shopping, just one customer, no heavy items. So let's go ahead and do the shopping and then on to the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I finally dropped off that shopping. Excuse me, I'm out here in Ohatchee, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is the worst road that is not a dirt road. I mean, it's half dirt, half asphalt. And there's so many missing sections of asphalt. Oh, man. So, yeah. And then when you get towards the end, there is no asphalt. And there's drop-offs on either end. So, oh gosh. Ugh. Well, I'm decided to go ahead and end the day, even though it's like 10 after 3. It's one of those, by the time I try to get back to Anderson, it'd be almost 4 o'clock. And so I decided I'm going home the back way. In fact, I'm practically in Raglan, which is, I've been there many times from DoorDash and Spark. But I guess I do need to stop by our old house, which is in Moody, because we had to, we had a lot of rain and it got real cold, so I need to go check on the house real quick. But yeah, with that shopping and the big one this morning, I think I made over $100 today. I had a couple of small, shopping and pickups this afternoon. So not too bad for Wednesday, where I didn't have to rely on those 19 drop-offs orders to make enough money for $100. So anyway, I'm heading home, and then gotta stop by the old house, But when I get home, I give a summary of what happened today. So see you in a little bit. Not quite home. I called the wife after I just visited our old house, check on things, and called her. She said, I really don't want to cook today. I said, okay, you want me to get something? I said, yeah. So I just picked up something at Captain D's. So anyway, I'll go ahead and give a recap of the day while I'm on my way home. Actually, that big order that's that brand new repeat customer really helped. And the last order that I did, so I had a big order in the beginning, big order in the end, and little wimpy things in the middle. So for confirmed earnings today, I made $73.02. And then the unconfirmed tips is $51.66. So that's what, over $120 that I made today on a usual slow Wednesday. And an extra tidbit, I got my Social Security check. I actually got it early. I got it yesterday, not today. So I am now on the government dole, so to speak. I'm gonna be honest. That was a long process to get started. This was during one of the first government shutdowns that the Social Security people called me while they were not getting paid, which I'm very thankful for. So I was able to get this scheduled, and in fact, they called me in the middle of a DoorDash, and I had to go home. I told them, "Can you call me in 30 minutes?" And so I've got a video about that. And so, so I got home, and sure enough, they called and we got arrangements, and that's when I found out. This was like, I don't think I was sparking yet, but since my birthday was in January, my official start of my benefits was until February 1st. And because of that, I don't get paid until the month after, and I was scheduled to be on the third Wednesday of the month. So every third Wednesday of the month from now on, I get my Social Security check. So anyhow, and people are going to comment before, well, why didn't you do it now? Why didn't you wait? Look, I tossed and turned and weighed the options, the pros and cons of waiting till 67 for full, but I decided it was we've had issues, and this was something that we really needed. So that's why I thought it was best to go ahead and file retirement, because I started this whole gig work because I was laid off, and my job was given to contractors from India. And then I tried to look for a job for over a year in my field. I even reapplied for different positions at the same company I was at. I made it to the final interview. Never happened. It's because I was too old. I was being paid too much, too old, and they can hire somebody, half my age and half my salary to try to do the job that I did, even though I designed and developed the brand new software that they are still using today. So anyhow, I'm going to be honest with you. It's somewhat of a blessing. Granted, I missed, the health insurance, the cost of the health insurance and stuff like that. We were paying Cobra until my wife got a small job that had better benefits. I don't miss the stress. I've been a software engineer close to 40 years, and I worked in the banking industry, and I was on call 24/7, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, because in banking, all the process had to be done during the week. There was some processing on the weekends, but for your normal, checking and savings and all that, everything had to be done. But if there was a problem, especially with the system I was supporting, here's how things work. The system I supported was fed data from another system, and then I regurgitated that data and went into another system. Well, if anything happened during the change, especially if something happened when it became my turn to work on turn the data, all hell broke loose because you only had a 2-hour window to figure out what was going on. That's because you had banks, at least this bank I would work for, had to get all their processing done before midnight. That's because with the time change on the computers, it screws up a lot of things. So, to be honest, I missed the pay, but I didn't miss the stress. So, but like I said, getting the retirement pay helps with a lot of choices that we're having to do right now. So, anyhow, but yeah, this was a good day. I ended it early. Was able to get do some checks, peace of mind at the old house. Made a quick stop at Walmart to pick up a couple things, and then stop by to Captain D's. And then we don't have to worry about dinner tonight. Unfortunately, this coming Friday is my wife's pick. I'm going to try to convince her to let's try out the new Olive Garden in our city. We have a new Olive Garden and a new Longhorn Steakhouse that just opened this week. Of course, a lot of people, well, we've been to Olive Garden, several times over, but we have to travel 40 minutes to go to it. Plus, once you've been to one Olive Garden, you've been to all of them. But, this is a new one. Maybe they got things different. So, I don't know. Well, she wanted to go Olive Garden her last pick, but then she decided on Mexican. So maybe she'll try it this time. So anyway, well, with that, I hope you liked this video that I did today. If you did, I urge you to select like. If you enjoyed the content that I do and follow my adventures and misadventures, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. And on top of that, subscribe to the membership club to see the weekly recap that I do. I go over the past week, I go over my numbers, go over my mileage, and I go discuss the details of what I made and that type of thing. Plus I recap, briefly what happened. And then I talk about a little bit about future plans or what's happening with me. All in those weekly recap, and it's only available to club memberships. So also check out the links in the videos and on the channel to all the equipment that I use, from DoorDashing and Spark, and also all the equipment I use for YouTube. And then check out the links for my store where I sell the clothing that I wear. So anyhow, I'm now back in Pell City, taking the exit to head home, and so we're going to end with that. So we will talk to you later. Bye.